I like to say this, Jake, man. Tell these kids, man, it's really okay. Like, I think a lot of it's ego too. A lot of these kids, like, I want to do this because the perception that comes with it. You the toughest and all this and that. It's okay, man. You don't have to be a special force. Are they great? Absolutely. They're the most elite athletes in the world. No one can do what they do. No. And I know that. Just keep in mind, if no one does what they do, what makes you think that you, just because you want to do it, you're gonna be able to?
It's funny, man. These kids I wanted to do it since I was in the second grade. I'm like, oh really? When's the last time you ran? Oh, I've never ran in my life. Well, you might want to start to put some action behind them dreams, because right now, you just out in la la land. Yeah. And I don't care how hard you dream about it, it ain't gonna happen. Everybody coming to me about there's a book out there. I need to figure out what book it is. There's a book written about a SEAL talking about an average man's success through SEAL training or something like that, right? And he talks about how he just came off the street, went to Buds, and was successful. And so all these dudes been smoking the hookah pipe, right? They're like, I can do it, man. I'm like, bruh, man. Like, no one shows up to Buds with no athletic ability and makes it unless they just a freak of nature.
Yeah.
And like, I just heard this number the other day, man. 2%. If you graduate from high school and you go straight to Buds, you got a 2% chance of graduating.
Yeah.
I don't like playing odds, but I'm like, man, come on. But yeah, I'm with you, bro. Marine Corps, the same thing. You got dudes that don't make it through boot camp in the Marine Corps.
We had a whole bunch of them. We had guys that, I know you talk about guys that do try to, prepare, and they injure themselves. We had guys that came there and tried to hide injuries. Then we had to do obstacle course or pull-ups. And like, hey, that guy ain't doing pull-ups right. Come to find out, he tore something up in the shoulder. You get guys that quit. And the video was it a video yesterday? Oh no, I watched one of your videos today. You was talking to a guy. You talking about why most people quit in the SEAL team and overthinking. You get guys that, okay, yeah, because you're going to bed at 2000, you wake up at 04. They're like, no, they just quit. You had guys try to supposedly commit suicide.
Yep.
So it's not, when you talk about the military, I don't think people take it as serious as what it really is, because it's not a game.
We grew up with it. I tell people, like you going in the military got one job, man. And that's to poke holes in people's foreheads.
Especially the Marine Corps. So that's what got me like, yeah, you smart, but Marine Corps ain't got nothing for that.
Yeah, and my thing is, like, a lot of people, they don't realize the difference between talking about it, playing Fortnite, Call of Duty, and actually doing it.
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
And like I got shot in high school. I know what that shit like. I know what it's like to be in a gunfight. Now, all that shit happened in high school, but bullets are bullets, bro. It's the same shit. And I tell everybody, like, the seriousness of the game, like I said, man, if you want to take the game half-ass, then you're going to end up with your head fucking sitting on the ground, not attached to your body. And you're not going to have a bad day, but your parents are and everybody else is. And that's the whole thing that drives you a lot, man. You're like, look, man, I got to be better than the other guy. I got to be way better than the other guy. Then I got to account for Mr. Murphy, because Murphy throws smoke into everything, and
absolutely.
Yeah, bro, you got the fog of war, man, and it's wrecking camp on shit, so you could be ultimately prepared and still get it. So
yeah, and I know for me, the way I look at it now I'm an engineer, and I still have a love for the military, a love for the Marine Corps. If you really want to work, or you want to do work with people in the military, you don't have to necessarily be in the military yourself.
Yep.
When I came out here, one of the guys that interviewed me, he was part of a group that helped develop fatigue sensors.
Okay.
And they actually used SEALs, and they used Navy SEALs, and they used mountain climbers, expert mountain climbers. What they were trying to do was understand there's a biomarker for fatigue.
Yep.
And so they went to this mountain, and they pretty much had these professional mountain climbers climb this mountain. They was trying to figure out, they had two sets of people. One's obviously special forces, one's expert mountain climbers. But these mountain climbers, when they hit a certain level of fatigue, they would stop. Right. But, y'all guys, for some reason, y'all kept going. Y'all could overcome that marker for fatigue. And so this guy like, yeah, I got this, sit there, do some stuff with him. And so there are ways as a scientist we can contribute to the warfighter.
And,
So
and that goes to your point, like you ain't built for the life, right?
yeah,
Like at 6 years old, I was a fucking little kid, man. I didn't know what hard work was, but then I got that tough ass truck driving dad of mine, and fuck, that changed real quickly, man. Cause that motherfucker wouldn't let you go in the house.
yeah,
He put you in the truck, man. We gonna chop wood for 48 hours. Like what? And I was too
yeah,
little to know no different, but like I grew up in hard work. And so then when it got to be, like I tell everybody, man, you dig ditch, you work concrete, you work construction. When you come to military, then you used to being dirty, hot, uncomfortable, right?
that,
It's not like you get tired at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Boss man say, hey, why don't you take the rest of the day off? That shit don't never happen in construction. You're gonna work 7 to 5 every fucking day.
yeah,
Okay. Unless it's raining and you lay in asphalt in Washington State, then you get to come home early. But for the most part, but the military the same way. And I relate it back to athletics a little bit, Harold. Like, I was losing 2 out of my 4 matches in wrestling in the state tournament. I was losing, and I was exhausted in the semifinals match. I was exhausted going into the third period, and I was just like, oh man, shit, we behind, both up. I hated both up. It took all my energy. Both up. Let's roll. Right? And then, as soon as I started wrestling again, I had forgot about being tired. And a lot of that came back to preparation, working out with Greg Ford and his crazy ass. Never said a word, just made us work really hard. But that's why I drove 45 minutes every day to go in one of the best wrestling programs in the state so that I could win a title. And when it come back to it, I look back at it, I remember that exact moment in my life, because I was like, man, I got to pick both up, man. I don't want to pick both up. You want to win a state title? Shit. Boom. Both up. Right? And then as soon as he blew the whistle, I wasn't tired no more. And then I squeaked out of that one with a win, and then I won the state tournament. And then the dude I wrestled in the quarterfinals and that dude right there both won state championships the next year. So I beat 2 state champions basically on my way to a state championship. And but if you want to be a champion, that's what you got to do.
Yeah, and not everyone, like you said, is really built for that. Not everyone has the fortitude, the mental fortitude for it. No, because a lot of things in the military is mental anyway. A lot of the training is mental.
Absolutely, most of it's mental, right? Most of the military is mental. Now, it's a physical component of it, and you've heard this one. Lack of conditioning makes cowards out of all of us.
Yeah.
And like me right now, I'm a fat old man, right? I'm in relatively okay shape for 49, but I got to get in better shape because I got this new opportunity coming down the road. And I'm like, man, like when I was shooting a TV show in 14, first season, I kind of took that shit for some bullshit, didn't really prepare. Found myself out there having to walk 20 miles in a day. Like, damn, I'm tired. Now ain't nobody know that. But then the second season, I had this route. I run 3.5 miles out in Texas at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon in the summer, and then I will walk 3.5 miles back. And so when I got on the show the next time, I was like, yo, let's go.
We good, yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of it is just the preparation, and then like you're saying, there's a lot of people ain't built for this shit. That's the thing that upsets me the most. Like when I'm talking to these kids and I'm trying to help them out, and if they would just listen, like I got a couple really smart kids on my list, man. Like I probably got about 100 kids with PhDs on my list right now. And trying to get them to understand that it's not going to be what you think it is, and you're going to be highly disappointed in the usage of your brain doing the work,
Exactly.
And then you got them dudes, I'm going to do it. I can do anything I want. Listen, bud, here's what I'm going to tell you. You 5'3", 115 pounds. You ain't never done a single sport in your life. You got no chance, bro. No chance.
Yeah, and I hear the way you talk to him, and I know you don't want to say you don't want to tell somebody they can't do something. That's one thing I know I wouldn't want to tell somebody you can't do something, but you have to be realistic in a sense. Like
so I don't deal with a lot of realism, Harold. I deal with facts, right? I deal with the facts of what's going on. And so here's what I'll tell you. And this, I don't know how y'all were in the Marine Corps, but in the SEAL teams, I could tell you who's gonna quit. Like I could tell you, like when I look at a dude and I get into his soul, I know if he gonna quit or not. But you
Yeah.
cannot tell me who's gonna graduate, because there's gonna be some guys that you don't think will quit that won't graduate. You know, and so we use that all the time, right? Like, so for me, when I'm talking to somebody, I know what I got. Like within the first 10 seconds, I'm like, oh, no way. No chance.
Yeah.
Right? No chance.
Absolutely.
And there's people that will prove you wrong, but not on this level. Joseph Marlowe, thank you for this wonderful comment, man. I didn't like flying when I first started off. It takes some time to gain the confidence in your abilities to do something such as flying. But after I did my first solo, I was hooked. Now I have 1,000+ hours and I'm a CFI, CFI2, MEI, and I got selected for SNA. If you've ever have guys in the Minnesota area that want to get some flying in to gain confidence they need, let me know. Hey, Joseph Marlowe, I'm going to hit you up right now with an email so I can put you on my list of guys that are trying to help out. If you guys want to know what all them letters look like, check it out, man. Check it out. Google that stuff. I know certified flight instructor, and I believe my guy is going to fly in the United States Navy. So, as always, man, if you get lucky and I pick one of your great-ass comments to read, really appreciate it, man. We got to get some shirts for some comment guys, man. That's what I think we need to do. I'm going to get some shirts. All right, let's not get ahead of ourselves. All right, y'all, have a great day and enjoy this wonderful comment.